Thank you everyone for staying with us right here on the program. So something that perhaps was bothering your mind, because if you drive around the major cities of this country, you see long queues of vehicles, people searching and waiting for their turn to buy fuel. Well, in a nation where it has abundance of the product under the ground but cannot even refine it on its own soil, it has to now import the crude and bring back the refined product. What an irony. And now the reality is the fact that the federal government of the day is paying subsidy that you and I may not yet have the details. And that is why we are dissecting these issues, because it does affect you. Let us know all what you're thinking right now on the program. Tweet at us at CTV Politics and let's know what you're saying about this matter which affects everyone. Let's get back to the matter. And economics, a friend of the house, Mr. Bismarck Ruwani, has been talking to us on this one. It does bring a sour taste in the mouth, isn't it, Mr. Ruwani? Because we know what that word subsidy, the kind of controversy and political troubles that it's cost us in this country. And now we are hearing it again. What kind of situations must have brought the federal government to the reality of paying subsidy yet again?
No, first of all, let me deal with the first question. You see, there's no point having nostalgic dreams about when we were exporting 100,000 barrels of refined products because the refineries were functioning. That was in the 70s. At that time, it was 1 naira to $1. At that time, a Volkswagen car cost only 9,000 naira. A ticket to London was about maybe 1,000 naira return. But today, it's a different ballgame. You cannot use the old solutions of the 70s to deal with the problems of 2017. The reality is that we are trying to have a fixed solution to a dynamic problem. The solution, the price that was determined on May 15, 2016, is not a valid price today. To that extent, since we have not accepted a flexible floating price regime, we must accept that if we have a fixed price, we're either going to have a subsidy or we're going to have a windfall. Today, we have a subsidy. The government has to come clean and tell us how much of this is subsidy, because the subsidy is being paid by the people anyway, and the people are going to be benefiting from it. So it's taxpayers' money that is going to be used to subsidize the taxpayers, some consumers. So let's be straightforward and simple about it. I don't think there's anything to hide about or anything to be ashamed about. As long as we have not accepted and adopted a market-driven price mechanism, we should accept that we have a fixed price, and when there's a fixed price, there will be a subsidy. It's an inefficient price, but that's where we are.
All right, let's switch the gears now and let's talk to a political party that believes that what is happening right now could be fixed and could be done better. It's a new political party, ANRP. Scarcity Akume joins us from Abuja studio. Weighing on this one, Mr. Akume, if you may, what exactly you think is happening? Your party says they have a framework on how this regime of petrol pricing and the issues of subsidy could be better handled.
Yes, indeed. We're sure, our party ANRP, Abundant Nigeria Renewal Party, we're sure that this embarrassing situation about fuel scarcity that has been with us for more than 40 years can be solved once and for all. The issue, we've published our position on the matter. It's on our website, www.anrp.org.ng. You go there, you look for, go to the news section and you get what our position is. We think that politicians need to come straight with us. We need to, I mean, by politicians, I mean that people who take advantage of our people. We need to come clean and face these issues and address them once and for all. These issues, we've been discussing them on and on for years, and we've not had any headway. But the solution is very simple. First and foremost, there's a growing consensus that the PIB, which has been in the National Assembly since 2000, is a bill that will solve this issue once and for all. The question is, why isn't the PIB passed? Just last year, in May, the Senate passed one section of the PIB. Why are they passing only one section? Why not the entire PIB? Why are we so fixated on oil? Why doesn't the government just hands off this matter? Because, for instance, like my colleague was speaking about refineries. Everybody knows that our refineries are not working. You quoted the Minister of State for Petroleum, who said the refineries will be fixed since 2015. And there's a turnaround maintenance, there's another turnaround maintenance. The refineries are not working, sell them off. The bureaucrats, the government workers who run our refineries have run them down. By the way, they've been operating at less than 40% for the past 40 years. So let's come clean. Let's say that, no, we can't do this. Take your hands off that and concentrate on what you can. That's part of what the PIB says, that NNPC has been a failure in every way you can. NNPC does not remit monies to the Federation account as they should. They are not transparent. They are opaque. They've not been able to run refineries. The PIB says, look, let's face facts. Take down this NNPC, break it down into 3 companies, allow people who know the business to refine our crude oil and sell it at the price that they make a little profit. Everybody's happy. Look at what happened with telecoms. There was a time we were queuing up at NITEL offices to make phone calls because there were just 400,000 phone lines in our homes. Somebody even bragged that the phone is not for the poor man. And then you had to go to NITEL to queue up because the government had full control of that. And then a time came when another administration came and said, what we will do is anybody who can provide us phone services, these are the standards. If you can meet them, have a field day. And now we're buying SIMs for 200 naira or so. And so that's the same thing that can happen in petroleum when the government says, we'll do the part that we can do and then allow the other people who can do what they do to do it as a business, and we'll be happy. And then some people argue that when you allow business people who know how to run the business run it, the prices are going to go high and then the government needs to control the price. It is not true because just like we gave the example of phone lines, no, there's competition amongst the telecoms companies.
I wish that we had more time, but let me let's close this conversation now. And just in a final statement from Mr. Ruwani, how simple is that solution from the NRP, and what do you think might work in the coming days for us as a nation? Just simply, Mr. Ruwani.
It's an idea, because the world is full of ideas. But the practical reality is that today, the only solution is that the government has to pay the subsidy, and the government has to come clean how much of the subsidy is going to be taken up by the taxpayers.
Okay.
Period. Let's be honest and transparent about it. This government is a government of transparency. So let them just show the transparency, that's all.
All right, come clean. That's what Mr. Ruwani is saying, Federal Government of Nigeria. Well, that's our program tonight. Many thanks, Mr. Ruwani, for your time, and Mr. Akume of the Abundant Renewal Party. And that's our discussion and our show tonight, everyone. It's a Friday. We'll take a break tomorrow on Politics Day, and on Sunday we'll return for the full 1 hour show on Sunday. Don't miss it. I'm sure Kimale, everyone. Bye-bye.